Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or coming back. I'm excited to see you here, excited for the new week. Hope you guys are doing great. Okay, let's get started right away. It's gonna be my newly upgraded classic read. So those of you who are familiar, you know the drill. For others, it's gonna be a bit of a surprise, but yeah, let's see what's going on with those twins. And as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck. Let's get a card for Divine Feminines first of all. Okay, that was fast. Thus one journeys to the stars. Number 28. Ooh, journeys to the stars and in plan. Even if you are not planning it, by the way. Yeah, I'm getting for some, it's important to pay attention to the transits that are currently happening. FYI, tomorrow Pluto is going direct, and for some of us, Pluto is not on our radar, but it's pretty significant. It's in Capricorn right now, and it is gonna stay in Capricorn in direct state for 2 or 3 months, I think, and then it's moving to Aquarius. So it's actually pretty significant. Pluto is a generational planet, so it's like the bigger, more dramatic level of changes, but it is. And depending on where your Pluto is, and you know, for some of us it rules our chart altogether. For others it is connected with the house about relationships, right? So that's exactly where the changes are going to be happening. So pay attention. This is just an example, but a good one because it's tomorrow. For others, just see what's going on with the stars right now, what kind of transits are happening, because there is something there for you to pay attention to. Not to mention, of course, the eclipses that are starting this Saturday. That was fast, right? And tomorrow is a 10-10 portal. So I'll do a special reading for that. Let's see what we have for the masculines. So yeah, for feminines, it's a chance to see, like, to recognize your cosmic nature in a new way today. Or if there is nothing at the moment, nothing new that's kind of coming in or you're guided to look at, then at least acknowledge and say some words of gratitude for the discoveries you've already made, or the connection that you have with the bigger cosmos, with the universe. And by the way, I just realized I should have started with an announcement that my horoscope readings for October are now out on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, so check those out. Speaking of transits, right? Because when you realize what are those connections, what's important now, you may want to check out readings for specific placements. For masculines, we see number 32, right into reality. So this is the manifestation card. This is the piece that says you are the creator of your world, of your dreams. So you better get started, and also better pay attention to what it is you're writing. And writing includes talking, even thinking for that matter. But yeah, talking, anything that where you send in messages, posting something on socials. It may seem insignificant in the moment, but anything and everything that we put out there is the message that we exude, that we send to the universe of how we're feeling, where we are, right? And essentially what we want more of, right? Because we keep extending or expanding into the energy we're in, just naturally. I've dug out my Souls on Fire deck, which I haven't used for a long time, so I'm really interested to see what's going to come out today. So yeah, I'll do a little more shuffling. So we'll check the energies of each of the twins. We'll get an additional question with answers and how the twins feeling for each other, towards each other today. So the energies, the question, and the feelings. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Yeah, definitely some new information, some new truth is coming in. Wait for those news. And yeah, with this crown here, I'm immediately getting that it's something about the roles of people in your life. Like you saw this person in this particular role, and now you see that they're much bigger than that, or they're not as significant as you thought. It can go either way, but it's something about like the role they play and the importance of them in your life, something along those lines. Yesterday I posted a special edition reading with messages from DMs. I did the pick a card, which has 3 groups in it. So if you're looking for more information on where your DM is, what are they going through, that is a very good reading to check out. And there are timestamps for the groups in the description box. Whew. Okay, let's get some clarifications. 10 of Cups, there you go. All that new knowledge and realization is getting you to your happy place, is lifting the burdens more than anything. It's like I'm seeing this image of like water wanting to kind of flood through, and some big boulders on the way, like blocking its path, and it's like trying to break through, and finally it does. And then it's like this release moment, like, right? Something like that. So feminines have 6 of Cups in reverse, clarified by death and rebirth. Huge energy. Oof, yeah, so it's still the soulmate vibe. It's still feeling the connection. Can be with a twin, can be with actual soulmate. This doesn't have to be a twin, right? But there is something where you understand, it's almost like this soulmate triggered something in you that is causing the transformation. They're not necessarily part of it, and you're not necessarily going through it together. Like, it's not, for example, a relationship and then something happened between you two and now you're taking your relationship to the next level. No, it's like you were just going about whatever, your day, your life. Then there was some sort of interaction with this person, some sort of dynamic between you two, and you're like, oh, now I see it, now I get it. And then you continue your journey, but in a new energy, with a transformed realization. But it's huge, even if that soulmate was in your life for like a week, right? And that can happen. That can be just enough for you to grasp the lesson, to understand exactly what's needed. Masculines, we have the Moon, clarified by 6 of Pentacles. Another major arcana, another 6. There you go. 6s are, I love 6s in tarot, because it's the card where we are stable enough, we feel good enough to get out of ourselves and to share something with the world, right? And here the moons, and yeah, we just had the full moon in Aries that is still has its grasp on us. We are approaching new moon energy is that on Saturday? Yeah, I guess it is on Saturday in Libra. So lunation events are really causing divine masculines to revisit the way that they approach others, the way they treat interactions and relationships, right? The transactional versus what can I give, what can I get, right? And for different DMs, it will be a little different scenario, but generally speaking, it's like expanding your view on the interaction with someone else and seeing it from their perspective as well, right? Like, not only is it okay for me, does it work for me? And a lot of that happens subconsciously anyway for them, but also, is it working for the other person? What is the other person getting out of it? Why are they here? Like, am I getting feedback that it's working for the both of us? Something along those lines. And then get new almost like in specific examples where they can think of, obviously this is triggered by specific events, specific people. If they do see some unexpected outcome, they're now going back and seeing what caused that, and maybe some cues that they've missed, right? Or maybe they didn't even ask the questions, right? Is this working? Are we on track? Something along those lines, right? And then eventually the other person would say, we're not working together anymore, or this is a failure of a project, or whatever the context was, right? And they're like, whoa, all this time I thought it was going well, right? Or maybe even worse. I mean, there obviously could be a lot of scenarios there, but you get the point. Additional question, the Hermit, clarified by 10 of Pentacles. Look at these big cards today. Wow. We're starting the week strong. So the question is, what kind of healing work is helping, or inner work is helping the twins get closer to their happily ever after in life, whichever way they see it for themselves, right? And again, this could be a lot of different scenarios into what my happily ever after looks as opposed to yours, somebody else's, right? For some, it's literally family, white picket fence, good house, good car, whatever. For others, it can be something completely different, especially if you're a light worker, if you're on a twin flame mission. Oh, so many choices there. So basically the question is, what kind of current work is helping to get to that 10 out of 10? For the feminines is the Fool, clarified by King of Pentacles. So all bets are off when it comes to the life partner, right? To choosing the life partner, right? If before it was a pretty specific list of things, or like, this is my type, this is not my type, now the feminines are being a lot more open, right? Like, if I meet somebody and I get the right vibe about them, I'm not gonna be stopped or blocked by them not looking the way I'm used to, or not doing what I think they should be doing, or whatever it is, like being a certain age, you get it, you get the point, right? Being a lot more open-minded about choosing a life partner. And for those of you who are immediately thinking of the twin and are thinking, okay, but I already know who my twin is, right? So this is not even relevant. It still is, because we still choose how we see another person, right? And you're seeing certain aspects of your twin that previously you saw as a deal breaker, or as something that's really bothering you or frightening you, as something that is an opportunity. Or you're seeing this as a potential for you to evolve or to learn something new, hence the Fool, right? The Fool's journey. I'm open to this new, right? For masculines, we see 10 of Wands clarified by 10 of Swords. Just started saying how great everything looked in the cards, and now we got this. But I've been feeling this stuck energy with masculines for a while, so they're dealing with their oppressions. And you see in this deck, like, the guy is still carrying them, but he's like, as opposed to like just holding them and trying to figure things out, he's like actively walking or maybe even running with this, right? So it's like, okay, I'm getting done with this. Whatever this burden is, I'm finishing it, right? Maybe it's not gonna finish like a minute from now, but I'm putting a deadline to it and I'm finishing it as soon as possible, right? So, and that's triggered by the pain. Like, it's crazy when you get two of these cards together. But yeah, this decision is triggered by lots of pain that is unbearable. That is like, oh, I can't take it anymore. Like, I gotta change this, or I can't take this responsibility any longer. Like, I've been trying to be a good guy, gal, whatever, but now I just can't, because it's self-destructive for me, right? So that kind of extreme side of self-care, I would say, and the one that you normally wouldn't get to, ideally, right? Because you wouldn't wait that long, you wouldn't be hoping for something better for that long, right? When it gets so painful, so hurtful, then you're like, it's almost like hot potato that like you can't hold for a long time. You're like, no, that sort of idea, right? Like, that anxiety rushes to such a huge level that it's like, nope, I'm done with this, I just can't. And for some, it is resulting in nervous breakdowns, in being hospitalized. Like, it's serious stuff. This kind of combination is very serious stuff. It's good if it kind of like, it's more like a personal experience where it's like, okay, I'm just, to the point where I can't pick up calls from this person, or I'm not making the trip today, right? Or I'm not transferring this money, or I'm not gonna have this conversation and listen to all this crazy stuff, right? Like, that's a minor version of it, but it can go to some extreme scale. So masculines are dealing with it. Good for you. It will take time, I must say, to recover from that, for sure. Healing will take time, but this is a starting point, a very important part in that healing journey, because you can't really be seeing clearly what your Ten of Pentacles is like, what the happily ever after is like. If you were in distress and like extreme anxiety here, just trying to deal with things as they fall on you, as they come your way, and you're like battling them, you know, you're in a survival mode. How can you think about what's gonna make you thrive? Feelings towards each other, feminines to masculines. We have Two of Pentacles clarified by the Star. Yeah, so the feminine is reminded that the path to their twin flame is through their mission, and there shouldn't be a choice between. There shouldn't be a juggle. There shouldn't be a mistake of like, okay, so what do I pay attention to right now, right? It's like mission first, twin flame second. That's the formula of success. If you start prioritizing your twin above your mission, above at the very least your inner work and your personal growth and expansion, that immediately starts failing, and you start seeing trouble, and you start losing hope. Whew, what happened to my words today? But until this, you see this like thread, that thread is true, it's working, everything else will fall into place. So the feminines, going back to feelings, they're recognizing that that's key to them. And so right now they're not sure how they can juggle both, and they are choosing the mission. But the message is basically, it's not like I'm abandoning you, I just know that that has to come first. If those masculines are watching, that's your message. For masculines to feminines, Queen of Cups clarified by 501. So yeah, again, we get in the nudge in the karma direction. So they are definitely seeing the feminines as looking for sources of love in their life, as finding ways to self-nurture or surround themselves with people who are nurturing. With this cup, it's kind of like being out and about, right? Like looking for that comfort and emotional support. They know that there is a lot going on in their life karmically as well, right? So they're basically saying, I know you're going through a lot, it's not an easy time, I wish I could be there for you in more capacity, but I know you got this. So it's like an encouragement call. It's like, you are the queen, right? Like if you cannot get it, nobody will, right? But I know that you will, and whatever it is in your way right now, you'll deal with that, right? Just stay strong and prioritize your self-care and your mental health above anything else. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thanks very much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out your horoscopes on my other channel. And tomorrow the 10/10 portal reading is coming out. Until then, bye.